What's up, guys? We're back on this metal job. We were here a long time ago. Before we took the roof off, I showed you what it looked like. This homeowner had to put a second metal roof on. I don't want you to be that homeowner, so I wanted to show you what it looks like when it's done and completed the right way. And this is a lifetime metal roof. This is the type of roof that every homeowner thinks they're getting with metal, but they don't know the details, and so they end up having to buy another metal roof or have expensive repairs done. So I want to educate you guys on a really quality metal roof, what it looks like, so you don't end up as one of those homeowners. And this is the last time you put a metal roof on your home. Right here is where the two roofs tie in together. This is what we call a transition. So the bottom panel stops right about here, can't go any further because of the rake of the roof, the pitch that we have here. So this panel overlaps and you only have about a 1/2 inch overlap. And what we see with water is it can turn and get underneath there, and boom, inside the building it goes. And then also we have a screw right here in your vulnerable area. Now, they put caulking everywhere to try to stop that, and it's not going to work. You can see behind me, we fixed the transition area. So on this transition metal, it hooks right here, goes all the way down to here, and goes up behind the panel and hooks again back here with screws up here. So the water's gonna run off, flow down through here, and this is all blocked off underneath these solar patches here. So what happens is the water runs, it gets underneath here and leaks through the screws. These don't even have neoprene on them, but what I like to see is this on top of these panels, because you don't have as much water moving here as you do here. But you can see the solar panels, I don't believe they're attached correctly. It just makes it high availability for it to leak. So another issue there. We redid the skylights, and I want to show you the flashing that the guys did. So the first thing we did is there's a what we call a cleat under here where the panel hooks to, and the screws are way up in here. The panel folds and hooks to the cleat. The water hits this, runs out, and drops down the panel. This piece here folds over the flashing here. So any water here is gonna run down. So this is kind of what the bottom of the skylight looks like. And then we have a plate up underneath here to block off any water. And then one of my favorite things to do is they came down and folded this so the water is gonna run past your danger area, which is in here. So just a clean, better way of putting a skylight on than what was before. Everything overlaps on top, so you don't have any water running underneath. Right away, I can tell that this drip edge is a typical drip edge that you put on a shingle roof. And then I can see that there's no overhang. The metal should overhang the metal or the drip edge. And I can tell it doesn't have that. And then also it's got some gaps. And so what happens is the water runs back underneath, gets inside the house, starts to rot the wood. There's no foam in here so that it keeps the wind blowing rain out, insects, spiders, all that kind of stuff. This is what we call a drip edge right here. This is made more for shingles than an eave closure. And then you can pick the panel up and all the water and wind are just blowing underneath. We solved that problem. We put a custom drip edge on that has an 1.5 inch kick out lip on it to get the water away from the fascia. So again, this metal right here turns and hooks onto the drip edge all the way up underneath, and then the drip edge comes down and kicks out. So you're not gonna have any issues like they were having before. Right here, the water was going up and underneath. Now the roof rolls over and covers that, so there's no way that the water can get in, and then it's a nice clean look from underneath. That's it for this homeowner. They're getting that lifetime roof that they paid for, that they thought they were getting the first time, and it's over with. They're not gonna have any more issues because it went from the drip edge all the way to the chimney, to the transition, to the skylight. Everything is done correctly, and it's not all dependent on sealants. It's actually metal that's overlapped the correct way. We add sealants to just have better protection, but overall the metal is what's keeping the water out. That's what you're paying for when you put a metal roof on. You're paying for longevity, and so that's what this homeowner got this time around. We just don't want to have to do that twice. We want you to be the homeowner that gets one metal roof, gets a lifetime roof, and you're done. And that's what we provide here at Eustis.